I put my bow in a bush out of the rain, but there's a lot of, it's very flat here. There's just like shrubby acacia trees, thorn bush, that kind of stuff. I don't want to go sit under a tree because I'm fucking prime target, so I guess I'm just going to get soaked.
Welcome to the Wild Dispatch!
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Wild Dispatch. I'm Robin and I'm back with more skills and stories from the wild. This one today is a different vibe from the normal interview format. It is another field notes episode. We are actually going to be traveling all the way across the country, back in time, to a completely different kind of environment and actually a different season. Right now it is raining a bunch in Northern California. Almost used expletives then. Probably not good at the very beginning of an intro. Yeah, it's pouring down and the mushrooms are absolutely raging here in Northern California, which is deeply exciting. You're tripping on them everywhere you go. Today I'll probably post a video, but so many lobster mushrooms. It was a bike ride. It became a technical issue how to actually transport all these mushrooms when you're only wearing Lycra. Suffice to say, lots of excitement has been had. So now we are actually traveling across the country, not across the country, across the world to South Africa. And it is summer there at this time when these recordings were made. And I was lucky enough to go and spend 3 days with Fred Hammer, who is episode 1 of this podcast. So yeah, he gives an interview then. Check it out. Yeah, I was lucky enough to learn from Fred and Robin, who is another professional hunter, who are both super experienced bow hunters. They've been doing it their whole lives. So spending time in their footsteps, trying to absorb as much information as possible was fantastic. There were highs, there were lows. There was a lot of good stories and fun conversations. So a big thank you to those guys for putting up with me recording a bunch of stuff whilst we were running around in the bush, trying to find success. We're going to jump into that episode any second now. But first, if you are new to the podcast, I see that there are a lot of newcomers. Welcome. It's lovely to have you here. If you could hit the subscribe button or follow or however the phraseology is for the platform that you're listening on, that would be fantastic. It means that you're always up to date. And if you are a recurring guest and you like what you are hearing, then it would be amazing if you could leave a good review. Yeah, leave us 5 stars. Maybe even write something if you can. It's always appreciated. It actually does make quite a difference to the algorithms, I've noticed. So yeah, if you could give us a hand, give us a push up in the listening suggestions, that would be awesome. Right, I think that's everything for this episode. Right, I think that's everything I should be thinking of right now. Here's the adventure.
So day 1, I guess day 2, but we had a little sneaky extra yesterday. Thought it was time for a recap. We've glassed a ton of animals, a bunch of kudu, but no nice bulls. My PH is leaving, so I might have to catch him up in a second. We found some zebra on the kind of top of a little hill, and we're just kind of following them around, trying to get an angle on them. They're quite wary. I think possibly because our wind is swirling in the valley. It's kind of all over the place, but yeah, they're pretty amazing animals. Be amazing to get close to them. I mean, like with a rifle, it's an easy shot, but it's a whole other thing with a bow.
There's quite a big group of cactuses here.
I see him.
Looks like a young bull there.
Huh?
Young bull. Look now. I can see a little bit of water there. I think there's a dam there. Oh, the waterbuck is coming down. Is he? Yeah, he's going to come down. He's definitely going to come down. It's how do you get him without fucking chasing everything away? Because once those fellow deer run, it's over. Yes, I can't believe what happened to shit pig. Actually heartbroken.
Yeah.
Just as that thing was looking for an arrow. I thought we were in Africans. But we must things fucking steamrolling in here.
The ball.
The female. Let's just see where he comes out. If he's gonna, continue going down. The female's working towards these fallow deer here. That fallow deer there. The female's just above them. I don't know if he's taking the same one.
Another one of the young bulls here is laid down.
Oh, there that bull comes. He's coming the same path then. So I really want to see a big kudu bull though. Just cannot believe we haven't seen a bull yet. I've just seen a baby now, so that makes me feel bad. Okay, chaps. Yeah, I think we've got to head out that way, and I think we must go give that bull a try. It's a nice bull. It's a remarkable bull. I would say it classes in the same class as that 𝐹𝐸𝐿𝐷 in terms of trophy quality, you know. So it's like you want that bull. Like, it's almost like, the rifle you can pretty much.
Yeah.
Got a good chance. But with a bow, I think we must exit here to the left.
How are we going to move out without spooking?
That's going to happen. We're going to spook them, but I figure I'd spook stuff further into the mountain.
But if we walk that way, it's spooking.
We've seen that nice waterbuck bull. He's gone up the mountain, but he's found a cow on heat. So he's following her down all the way back into the river. We've got about 5 or 6 waterbuck bulls less than 100 yards from us here, completely in the open. They haven't seen us. So we're going to have to try go out this way, go around and through the river. There's a whole bunch of fallow deer and stuff on this hill, so it's going to be tricky, I think, to get close. But it's a really nice bull, and I think there's every chance we can walk right into him. So I think we're going to sneak off here, hopefully not disturb the area too much. And then line up where that bull's going to come out the crest with a cow, and they might walk right into us in the river. So let's see. This wind was so fickle, so that's why we went up and kind of see what is going to happen.
It wasn't back and forthing. Fun, huh?
You'll hold us sitting in front of a fire.
It was interesting. There were like so many pigs in that first area. We saw a lot of pigs early on, huh?
We're here.
But
you can see how lush it is. You can see how
lush
sweet
and
it is.
green, yeah.
It's
But then
insane.
as soon as we moved over, it was like the pigs, the tap.
I'm just thinking of it now. I've bumped a couple of big pigs. I've bumped a couple of big pigs in that river that we're walking now.
Where is it? Huh?
In the river, big bulls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, often. Did you hunt last time with me when we had that one massive pig? And then he was going to come out at like 2 yards, 3 yards out the river. you press the bottom button or the top button to switch it off?
The big button.
There.
Yeah.
It's a single button.
Thanks, man. So,
Grab it, Tetra.
is that the one that you were like, draw back, draw back, draw back, and I didn't draw back because I hadn't at that point learned to draw back when you said draw back?
I just remember I was with someone in that river and there was a
Have
big
that
paw.
clip as well.
But it was another place that happened with us.
Is it clip
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Oh, is it?
It wasn't here, it was somewhere else that we went that happened. So maybe it was someone else you were with here.
But yeah, it was across the river and it came in the river and it came up the footpath. As we came up, it came straight
Its
up towards
face
us.
was like right there in
Yeah.
front of us.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was still down in the river.
Oh yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah.
You're not. Maybe. Oh, I smell like
Yeah. I need to wash this leafy jacket.
that leafy jacket. This one of mine's short, small. I've got 3. Usually I can hang it over my face, but this one is. Can't even get it over my cap. I don't know what it's.
Need to go on a diet, bro.
No, the size is wrong. Tim's. Look, Tim's.
Patient dog was just sitting in the car, waiting for his moment. Yeah, see you lightning. It's beautiful.
Yes, but 𝐸𝐷 beauty. Yes, like. It's that impressive though. He's blue
That's the
with
biggest.
that black.
That's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, it's a chief that.
Like I've seen the mop many times.
But you can't compare that bull to the black bull. That black bull is just something else. Yeah, chaps. Well, I'm fucking glad we didn't shoot that zebra.
Yeah.
No jokes. It was a nice enough stalk and to say we got into bow range, but I'm happy that it ended there.
You always know though, like when I'm like responding to your question on what do you want to do, and I'm like, what about those zebra over there? And then both of you are categorically like, no fucking way. No fucking way. That's like so hot. Do you know how much meat we'd have to take
Can I
out?
just explain to you? Imagine we did shoot it and it got as hot as it did.
It'd still be going now.
Fuck.
It's you know the thing with the zebra carcasses, you know that thing weighs a big zebra carcass. The carcass weighs 180 kilos, so which means it's weighing like 350 kilos,
Okay.
which is a fucking sizable thing.
Yeah.
You cannot drag 350 kilos up the mountain, nor can you drag it down the
That's
mountain.
like the size of a big bull elk, I think.
I remember
It's
once.
fucking big.
I remember once having to drag a fucking game spuck up a mountain, and I was finished from dragging up like this, bro, like 100 meters.
Where's it? Cullendale.
Fucking, huh?
Cullendale.
No. It was in state level, up on the mountains in state level. Bro, that was hectic.
A zebra would have killed us today.
And yeah,
Honestly.
yes,
It would
no.
have not been fun whatsoever. It would have really.
So this is what I mean. This is what I mean, is that you both were like, fuck that. That's a fucking ridiculous idea. And then suddenly I'm like on a stalk with you guys and we're like, 70 yards, 75 yards. Should we take
No,
a
we
shot?
definitely should have. Definitely should have. I'm glad we didn't. You should have fucking shot. That thing's fucking huge, bro. It's 75 yards. Should have fucking smoked it.
You just take your flipping 60-yard pin and aim on its back. Send.
Easy.
Yeah. It would have been impressive. He shot that, but it would have been a fucking nightmare of recovery.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, there's actually a funny joke about that. We take one of my dad's friends, we bought him a bow and everything, and we're doing a 3D shoot. And there's a zebra target at 110 meters, and he doesn't even have a pin for it. He just asked, how far is it? He said no, 110. He hasn't shot bow for 3 months. Goes like this, back 110 meters. Hits it square in the shoulders, back at 110 meters. We're like, not a fuck. He only has a 60-meter pin. I was like, no way. That was insane.
There's a Southern Cross for us.
Those stars.
You see those 4 stars make a cross there? Like a short and a longer cross.
Yes.
And then see those 2 stars there? Now those 2 stars points south, and then I don't know. You can work out where you are in the world, east, west, north, from that, from the Southern Cross here. It's like you go down, and then between those, you take a perpendicular line, and there's some wizardry. Yeah, it'll always show you exactly where south is. Back to the day before sat nav.
Anyway, it feels like a long time ago since we first were running around hunting. When over in the other farm.
What did you shoot that time?
A couple of pigs. A couple of warthogs, I think two.
That's a nice farm.
At like number 10. I was up at number 10 and saw a pig down there. And there was a fallow bull, fallow stag bedded near them, and then they got up and walked off and gave me a chance to move up on them. I had to kind of make a quick adjustment. I think it ended up being like 8 yards instead of 22 or something like that, because they started trotting away and I just got a quartering away shot. And then the other one, I don't remember what happened with the other one. I was very fucking close to shooting some fallow stags, but I was just kind of fucking around in an area with no gun.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You just get the fire going quicker.
Good idea.
I think these Courtney boots are so flat. Like after a long day's walk, like you can feel the bottom of your soles.
Oh, yeah.
So close.
Yeah, man, I thought you were going to get some good footage of those guys when they were coming in close. Was that the biggest of those waterbuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. It was exciting. I know that they weren't like the target size. Yeah, look at that guy.
Fucking chief.
So, and like chasing the cow with like grass still in her mouth. He's like, no, we're folk.
That's a fucking chief waterbuck, bro.
It's so wide as well.
I reckon that thing's probably 30 inches.
How does that measurement work?
Just all on the front of the curve lobes.
So 30 inches long each horn. Okay.
Each one.
Nice to be cooking on some thornwood straight from the felt. It was quite tough today at times, eh? It was good though. In a way, I can see both sides of the argument. It's nice to get like on the board quickly. But it's also quite nice to like work hard for stuff, right?
Yeah, well, you've shot quite a few animals. I mean, it's not like, while you're working for something, try. If we walk into a doe at 15 or 20 yards, we'll shoot it. There's no point in going to spend 2 hours stalking a doe. Like, if you see a nice warthog we'll always go for.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not, they're so almost like opportunistic, But like, while all those animals are around you, you're going to be targeting like a waterbuck bull or kudu or zebra. Those are like nice things to try target.
So it's like the main really hard
it's
targets.
Like you don't want to walk around and not look at any other animal and just look for pigs.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like kind of you're looking at trophy judgment, looking at like, it's entertaining. It's exciting looking at all the bulls and all like, are they mature, are they not, and this and that. And then all the pigs and stuff are still fair game, Like if they come up. But imagine you have blinkers to everything else and you don't want to look at any other, you're not trophy judging other animals, you're not.
It's interesting the whole idea of like trophies has kind of like a stigma in the general public, right? Like it's used kind of like it's sort of weaponized as a term. But the idea of like a trophy, I heard this the other day, and it probably isn't where it came from, but like it's actually a bit of a conservation thing, right? Like it's a culture that was instilled, I think, in America, and I'm sure in other places as well, probably independently of each other, to stop people just shooting the first thing they see. Because if you shoot everything you see, then there won't be any growth in the animals.
So trophy animals, like just, if you had someone to die in the population, human population, who do you want it to be? You want it to be like a 95-year-old person sitting in a fucking old age home that got no impact, like his kids, he's already done his genetic, his kids are already grown up, or like he's already shed his genetic makeup. He's not adding value in terms of productivity to his community. You get what I'm saying? So like the person who has the least impact, if they're to go, instead of, you don't want a child to go or like a working parent, because that is a major impact.
Yes.
So in the same way with old kudu bulls and stuff, they've done what they've done genetically, they've been part of the groups. They can be replaced because their young ones are already coming up through the ranks. So their genetics have already been passed on.
So they're kind of on the downward slope at that point.
Yeah, and you don't want to shoot young bulls, because young bulls are your future genetics. Those are the stronger ones that survive in the drought. So trophy hunting is essentially taking your animal that's going to die of starvation, that's the ideal bull. Don't let it just die in the veld and its horns lie there.
Like we've seen a few.
Get $2,500 or $3,000 plus the pH fees, plus when you do that, you're employing a pH, you've got an outfitter, there's a tracker, there's camp staff, there's a chef, there's what, there's airplane flights. So, I mean, that animal could die, or it could have this insane, value-added chain that it runs through because, and its impact to the herd is negligible, very little.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense, and that allows places like Vleuplaas to survive. Not biltong hunters.
It's also interesting, like the value in animals. This is something I think Dylan, actually, who was on my poddy a while ago, I asked him about some stuff in this subject, and he said that, what did he say? The value, when you have value in these animals, they're protected more because they're not seen as a nuisance anymore, because they have a value, right? So it's like, people aren't just like, oh, that's competing with my stock or my farm animals. I'll just clap them and get rid of them. It's like, oh, this thing should be protected. And it sounds like, I don't know, I haven't done thorough research, but it sounds like populations have improved massively in the last however many decades because of that value.
Well, yeah, people see game as part, because of farming becoming more and more tougher, like in terms of like economically, it's hard to make a profit. Now you look to all your resources on your farm. So if you've got game, you want to get the maximum value out of it. Where in the old days, you made enough out of your goats and your cattle, and you were good. So the game and stuff, you'd have friends come and shoot, and it wasn't
just a bit of fun.
Bank manager would come, and
Yeah, okay.
But now it's an integral part of the farm, because you've got these animals, they need to pay rent because they're eating and they're living on your farm. And extensive livestock farming becomes so marginalized. Financially, the margins are really tough. And now you can get good money by managing your herd. So they have a value now, and that value is actually required to make farms sustainable.
Yes. It was also interesting you said today, it surprised me. It's like thinking about like farmland from a lens of game. You're saying we were walking around like high up in the mountain today, Not high, but like 2/3 of the way up.
Mid-level shit.
Mid-level.
Mid-level shit.
Yeah, it was hard enough. And you were pointing out like...
Pull up, Buck.
Oh, bro, if I didn't get off my bed then and there, I would have woken up in the morning.
Did you go hunting today? What happened with you today?
At least we know where a nice waterbuck is for tomorrow.
Yeah,
He'll be in that same area.
sniffing around that cow.
He won't move too far, I don't think. Yeah, that's big storm, that one, eh?
Yeah, it's nice seeing the lightning. It's far enough away to not hear any thunder, though.
Yeah. No, that's far. That's what's crazy about this area. There's not, like that way, there's not like huge mountains that you can't see far into the distance. Like in state level, yes, but you sit there and you watch your neighbor's neighbor get rain, and you think to yourself, here's my tomb. Please, can I just get just a few drops? Oh no.
It does seem really selective here,
Yeah,
where that rain falls.
yeah.
Because it was pouring over on the other hill.
Yeah. And it just cut completely past us. We got a few drops, but that was it.
I thought that we were going to get
Yeah.
bucketed
It looked
on.
like we were going to get bucketed on.
And it was like stressful timing because I was like, oh, I've got to like take a shit now. I need to get this thing out before this
Yeah.
lightning storm erupts around me.
Yeah.
It's feeling the pressure.
Because Chester got a northwesterly tomorrow. It's blowing up the mountain or blowing down the mountain.
Going down the mountain. So yes, Bro, it might actually be to our benefit just to do what we did this afternoon and glass that mountain again. And then to plan a hunt from there.
You mean plan a fucking hike?
Plan a hike.
It's first a hike before it's a fucking hunt. I can promise you that. Last time I did that, I fucking paid royally. Will not make
There's
that
no way
mistake.
to get on top of that mountain.
You can actually.
Call the
Can
chopper.
You can go from Francha and you can drive to the top. You can actually come down, but it's fucking steep. It's like, told you last time we left arrows there. We left like arrows. fell
Oh,
out
is
the
that
cover.
the spot?
Up on these cliffs? We went up through those cliffs. We climbed those cliffs up,
Yeah.
and then
No.
but it was insane. We were walking on those cliffs, and there were
Unless
kudu
you-
bulls
Unless you
below
got
us.
a big body bag to carry me down in.
No, I'd fucking roll you down there and see what you're gonna hit. Take out that fence, bitch. Just hold your shape. You just tuck in and fucking roll. I don't want you seeing.
So you can go up this way and then. Over.
Like
In the
like.
ideal situation.
So, but what you want is you don't want a northwester. You want a southeaster to blow.
Yeah.
So that's in summer. So if you have a southeaster blowing, you should actually get up at like fucking 4 a.m, 5 o'clock, be on top because it will start getting light. And I promise you, those animals descend en masse up these cliffs, like where this waterbuck was.
Mm.
And then what you do is you come down, find a nice spot where you can come down safely, and then you sit in those cholos. You're gonna have the entire fucking farm come right up to you.
Yeah, crazy.
And then they won't smell you because that, especially with the heat and the thermals in the summer.
Going up.
But now in winter you get the northwesterly, so it blows down. So you got to chase him from the back.
Yeah, you got to chase them from the bottom.
A little bit of a shitty one. But you were saying what about? We were walking on the top.
Was I?
You said I said something to you. We were walking high.
Hmm.
I don't know what you.
You said... Let me think for a second. Oh, you said that there was like value in having livestock on the property to eat all of the grass, the different grasses that are higher up because none of the other...
Yeah, so they're less palatable, those grasses.
Yeah, none of the wild game are eating it. They're further down, apart from the zebra.
You see, the thing is, so in the old days, this is what would happen. So the animals would come, like springbuck and blessbuck and shit. They would literally come through this area, like 1 million of them. They would eat the shit out of this place. They'd eat it fucking bare.
Springbok.
Whatever. Springbuck and blessbuck and like whatever. But let's say like springbuck and
So they're just
whatever.
migrating.
They
through.
migrated, right? And so they'd eat everything bare, and then they'd get back to the same spot by next year. So they'd eat like every living morsel, and then they'd only come back in a year's time. So that felt had like 11 months to recover, and seed and everything. Now what happens is the animals are forced to stay in the same area. So they eat the sweet stuff. They taste the unpalatable stuff. As soon as the sweet stuff grows, they go eat it again. And what happens, so the sweet stuff never seeds, so it doesn't make more. The only stuff that's seeding is the unpalatable grass, because nothing wants to eat it. So the seed of your sour grasses are growing. So your poorer quality grasses are seeding.
Yes.
And taking over your better felt. And so that's why game is such a fuck up, because if you enclose it, you can't manage your felt. So you can manage numbers, which has like a less of an impact on the felt. So that's why you've got to make sure your numbers are. But you can't tell that zebra not to fucking eat there, because you're gonna fucking eat there. He's a cunt. Absolute fucking cunt. And so that's the problem with game, is that your felt management is fucked. So what you should do is you should take out zebra, to an extent maybe like eland in some respects, but they browse quite a lot too. So you want to take out all your bulk grazers and rather have that function fulfilled by cattle, so that you can get round to your farm and eat all your unpalatable grass. So all the, there's a balance of what comes back.
So it's, okay. So it's more similar to that migration kind of.
Yeah, and then like stuff like, then you have pigs and stuff, and all these animals, they just hit your sweet felt, which is like your lower lying stuff.
Like
So-
all the really, really green grass that you spot, that's all sweet. That's why you'll always see pigs in that green stuff.
Well, that's why we saw all the animals of the farm literally at the bottom. after the
Yeah,
rain.
in the first
And then, so
500 meters.
So basically, this area would have had beautiful like rooigras and stuff growing, which would be like nice grass that's seeding, like we see here if we drive out the driveway. It never gets to that height because of all the animals clapping it, and they've actually eradicated. So then the felt has a response mechanism, and then it puts out like a recovery plant. So like your karoo bossie is a response to being overeaten. So that's a pioneer species that like kind of comes back. There's teergras and a whole bunch of, I don't know all the pioneer species, but
Steelcross is one of them, definitely.
and then it takes years before your rooigras gets opportunity to come and take over the pioneer species. So like all this karoo bossie, which are those little shrubs, which is a response from the veld to protect the ground. So all the grass is fucked. There's no more grass left, so it grows this bossie.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's from
Yeah.
farm.
In our area, it's like that.
Interesting.
Like in the Karoo, that's what they live with. But in our area, this should be all grass.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I thought that.
But it's been...
Yeah.
So in the old days, like in Bedford, before they went up to the Karoo, the guys would come here with all their stock. So they'd bring all their fucking sheep and cattle and stuff. And they had hundreds of horses. Then they would be close to town, but obviously all the stuff can't stay in town. So Vleeplaas was known as like a station
Okay.
where all the horses and stuff and everything stayed. So in the old days, they would graze the shit out of this area over and over, but that was just part of the route, coming to a town, keeping your stock close, and then moving on. So that's why these flats are completely overgrazed, and that's why you have all this karoo bossie and stuff.
Ah.
Instead of having beautiful, nice rooigras and those type of grasses.
I mean, it's still pretty. Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing like it was, but there's still a lot of like lush stuff around. It seems like.
Yeah, you just like the only way to ever get it going is that to have no animals eat it, and for 11 months, if you don't put a cattle or something in there, it's going to grow and seed, and that seed's going to then go into the soil, and then it's going to
What's
But
the
it takes a lifetime.
What's the biggest speckboom tree you've ever seen in your life?
So speckboom,
Like what's here in the Badlands by Charlie Wiener and all those.
is that a ham tree?
In a speckboom is a ham tree, yeah,
A ham tree.
bacon bush. But in state level, I've never seen speckboom trees like that in my life. You can't wrap your arms around them.
Oh, really?
Where's that?
In state level area between Uitenhage and Graafrenet.
Okay.
Do you know those areas?
I know
You drove.
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
have driven
Sort of from that side.
closer. So I
I think I went through
south of
Graafrenet.
Graafrenet.
Yeah.
Oudtshoorn, Willowmore. You must have driven through Oudtshoorn and Willowmore.
Yeah.
Then from Willowmore, it's about 80 k's from Willowmore. On if the Bovians, you know the Bovians Reserve.
Yeah, it's just over there.
On the inland side of the Bovians Reserve. No, not this Bovians.
This is the Bavians River. That's Bavians Kloof. So that's Bavians
Okay.
Kloof. This is Bavians River. It's two complete different valleys.
Okay.
Anyway, so what we're talking about there is those speckworms, for them to be as big as they are, they needed to avoid overgrazing, which happened 200 years ago. So for them to be big enough to not be grazed hard, they would have had to already been taller than what a goat can reach. So those speckworm must be like 300 years old.
At least.
At least.
Remember, only like in the 1900s did they invent balls.
Yeah.
So farming was extremely fucking limited. But you can think there's no sustainable water in that area.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have livestock there until they could start drawing water from underground.
Yeah.
And then farming expanded exponentially.
Yeah.
And that increasing the water networks
Yeah.
has had the biggest impact on actually having animal numbers go up.
Yeah.
Because animals would literally, in the wet season, go through like Janssenville State, like.
But that Janssenville state level area has lots of natural springs.
Yeah, but every area will have something different. But
Yeah.
in the old days, like even the Kruger Park, all these areas, like water was the biggest constraint.
Yeah.
And then basically, as farmers have increased the reliability of the water network, so as animals and stock and jackal and everything has a permanent source of water. And then obviously with the animals there's a food source for predators. And, so farming has had a massive impact on the growth in numbers, because if you didn't have the amount of water like you had in the old days and you couldn't pump from underground, you were left with what fucking rain you got.
Yes.
And springs and stuff.
So does that mean that like wild game, like you were saying, that's why it was more migratory,
Absolutely.
moving around the whole time, because you just go where the water is, because the water is where the food is.
Like, these are like a fucking cheese griller too.
Nice.
They're from 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐷. Apparently this butcher is famous for cheese griller. There's two each.
Gotta say, I am a big fan of the cheese griller.
I think
It's gonna be a bit warm.
yeah, maybe a bit of shushu.
It's always a classic move.
Properly shushu.
Take that excited early bite and just burn your face off.
I have a recipe of cheese grillers that I make. I make 200 kgs a year.
200 kgs.
Yeah, once off, and I sell them once off.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends flip and pester me to make them. They say they're
Thanks,
the
mate.
best cheese grillers they've ever eaten. But I gave the recipe to one of my friends and said to him, listen, Chum, you make this. Here's the recipe. Do everything. This is how you do it. And they cuck. It's just how I do it. Something I do something different.
It's not bad, this.
Good.
It's in a peanut butter.
Yeah. Good.
There's two, huh? Are you ready for the next one? Just tell me. Sky!
Something's going on.
One more there.
Yeah.
Is there one more?
Yeah, no, two each.
Thanks, man.
Actually, it tastes much better on the fry.
Oh.
I haven't seen stars like this, and even our lights, the lights of the house are on.
It's definitely a sign that there isn't too much industry around, or like big populations. Whoa, that looks good. What's that, a backstrap?
Oh, it's a beef fillet.
A beef fillet.
Free-range beef fillet.
Nice.
Hello, my lily. Why are you not sleeping?
I want you.
Hmm?
I want you.
Hello, my baby. Hello, love. Want you to sleep by me? My big girl. Are you going to sleep in my beddy tonight? Am I going to squish you? How many kids do you have, Fred?
10.
10.
I have 3. Yeah, 2 girls and a boy.
How old's your son?
11.
Oh, yeah, you said so. Let's check.
Hello.
You must sleep, my boo. It's late. You got school tomorrow.
Tennis.
You got tennis tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, you love tenting.
Click.
Click. Why are you not sleeping in your bed?
Because.
Because.
Uh.
No, don't do that. You sound sickish. Your nose running. Look at the stars. Look at the beautiful stars. There's lots. Beautiful, hey, baby?
Where's the moon?
The moon's gone. The moon went down. The moon's doo-dooing tonight. I don't know why. The moon must be up. But it is doo-dooing. Like you.
Dad,
Yes, my hofo.
where's the sun?
The sun is sleeping.
But where?
At the bottom. Tomorrow it's going to come up. But tonight it's at the bottom. That's actually kind of weird if you think of it, eh?
Yeah. We're in the shadow of the
Yeah,
sun.
we're in the shadow, yeah.
That's exactly what we are. We're in the shadow of the sun.
Revelations.
Baby, you must do my love. Yes, it's late. Come, go to you.
No.
Okay, I'm dirty Brian now.
No.
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 How was that cheese roll? Not bad, eh?
Yummy.
Not bad. So you must give me your cheese grill a shot. Try it. What do you put in it? Pork or fuck?
Pork and warthog.
Pork and warthog. 40 warthog. I haven't made a pork sausage yet. It's on my to-do list. Okay, Daddy's
I'll
gonna
give you a recipe, but you give me R1 per kilo.
Fuck yeah. Charity.
Yeah. I gotta get rich somehow, bro. And it's selling you my cheese griller recipe is gonna make me rich, then so be it.
I think you took the
It could put
recipe,
you,
sells it for money
it could put you on
to everyone,
Yeah.
and then like secretly there's no fucking warthog actually in it. So he tells every Tom, Dick and Harry to put warthog in it.
The
'cause
wrong,
that
the
makes it
wrong
special.
recipe.
You always know that just fucking ruins the whole thing. Where's Ava? Did someone see Ava May tonight?
No, I think she
she's
went to
sleeping.
bed, huh?
Yeah,
And
she's
she went
sleeping.
doo-doo like a good girl.
Yeah, she's got
I'm
school
a
tomorrow.
fish.
You got school? What's that?
What did you say? I'm gonna what?
Gigi, come on, baby. Let's go.
No.
No, you must go sleep now. Come.
No.
I think there's even more fallows than the last couple of years.
There's a stag. There's a fucking chief stag. In there. Yeah, that tree there. He's just dropped the one position. Anyway, he's a fucking chief. So it was easier from that side because the sun's coming from that side, so you can see better. Yeah, some more stags. The white stags.
And also a kudu there, eh?
This is kind of where we wanted to go. Like literally jump over there.
So there's not a gate there at the end.
No. These winds all pumping this way.
There's lots of animals here, bro.
Yeah. It's a fucking zoo, bro.
Zebra.
There's zebra.
Oh, I wasn't expecting it to rain, eh? That's what's there. There's water. What is that there? Waterbuck.
Waterbuck, yeah. And impala.
Actually, look at that fucking sunrise behind us.
The waterbuck, yeah, in the other side of the film.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow, beautiful. Quickly put a little bit of Vaseline on my broadhead tips because it got me last time when it rained here. I've got some in my bag. Just 2
You have
seconds.
sharpening oil.
I didn't pack it. I just like kept it simple, but Vaseline works good as well. So much less like 1 minute, 2 minutes of doing it here versus like crying trying to sharpen my broadheads again. Do you remember that time? It was like I got back from a long day with a few showers and then I pulled my arrows out and they were all rusted. It's like fuck, and they're blunt as anything.
Oh, I remember that.
Fuck. All I wanted was some sleep that day.
Thank you, John. Oh, what's that? Quite interesting conditions.
Okay.
I think there's going to be anything wrong with it.
I can still smell that smell, Chum.
The dog didn't shit in the back there.
I don't think so.
No, because it doesn't stink in the back there.
So there's a surprising bit of rain this morning. We've been making our way across the fields. We've seen a few interesting animals, but particularly now we've crossed paths with the 𝐹𝐸𝐸𝐿𝐷, which is nice and mature. He has a bit of a limp in his front leg. And unfortunately our wind is swirling with this rainy weather. So he's a little bit spooky right now, but he hasn't seen us. He doesn't know what we are. So we're just taking a break, letting him calm down a bit, and we're going to try and make another move. We also had an interesting moment stalking into that 𝐹𝐸𝐸𝐿𝐷. We were trying to cut it off, we could see where it was going. And we were just stood dead still, and maybe 5-6 meters in front of us, it was a boy. Yeah, a warthog boar. Just comes flying out of his hole and trots down off into the distance. But it was a nice pig. It would have been fun to shoot that. Fun to chase it, but he was long gone. So we're just going to spend 10 minutes chilling now, and then hopefully we can make a move.
The river's going to quiet them down. Like whatever's going to stay in the river is going to stay in the river.
Yeah.
And we just go slowly. I think the wind's going to be pretty much in our favor now.
The 𝐹𝐸𝐸𝐿𝐷's up the hill, out of the picture, at least for now.
Yeah, I think we can try, but he's like a little bit wary now. It's like you're just pushing your chances. Like
It's going to be hard.
I'm like 100%. Like good opportunity. It goes on to like 60 an hour. You push it, goes to 40, 30%, you know, because any sound you make is going to be wary.
It seemed like one of his front legs was hurt. Huh? He was like limping quite a lot.
Let's see it.
Oh, maybe it was just the moment that I was looking. It was like stepping in a hole or something. But he was definitely limping on that leg. I wondered if I might limit his movement. But
Games back when they run or walk, have like a swaying motion to them. So naturally looks like they're limping, but they have an impala also, when it runs, you'll see there's like a swaying motion to it, similar to a limp.
Okay, maybe that's just it then. It's just like a Simsbok trot. Looks like they're wounded. Okay, maybe that's what
It was like a zoo in here. Yes, it was
everywhere.
It is like a zoo, yeah. We still have to walk through the zoo.
It's a pity that we couldn't start with the wind in our favour. I think the winds are anyway pushing quite north, like across, not really going down the river quite, but...
Look at the wind turbines.
They're going the other way.
They're facing
No, it's good. It's very lovely.
They're facing a little bit west.
Like a northwest.
Northwest, probably.
The thing with the gemsbok has got such unbelievable eyes and movement that if you're too aggressive on that thing, I think it's going to pick up your movement. But I think he was doable. I think he was just a little bit jittery.
It's always the way, right? It's the difficult thing if there's other animals around.
I think the water, yeah. I think that waterbuck made him jittery, but he was quite happy feeding along the river. I think it could have been a lot closer. I think he would have had your
I was feeling
40-yard shot.
I was feeling good at that, yeah, about that.
I was just scared when we were running down that embankment that if we move too quick and he crests quicker than what we think, he's going to catch us on that embankment.
We'll be fucked, yeah.
So that was actually our moment to actually intercept him. But, you know, if he had gone over, relaxed, you could still catch up with him. So you either push to like make or break, or...
It's like a hedging your bets kind of situation.
He's got such unbelievable vision, you know. And they can detect the movement really quickly.
More than other...
Yeah, and they don't give you a chance. It's not like, you know, the animal will stand and... But he's quite dumb, I must actually admit, for gemsbok. He's not, but he doesn't know what we look like. That's the thing.
He hasn't figured out.
He hasn't figured us out. I don't think he's used to this shape, so he's not... I think if he sees like a normal hunter with a 306 sling over his shoulder, I think he knows, okay, it's time to leave. But I don't think he quite knows what we are.
How about that warthog, though? He kept a very straight face.
Yeah, that was he was a big body. I mean, he had a little bit of tusk, but he was a big body boy.
He came flying out there, right?
No, that was the small one. There was a second one.
Yeah, but the second one came running out right in front of us in the hole. Did you not see him?
Yeah, I saw that one, but that wasn't the biggest one, eh? There was one that came out the hole, and then there was another one that was in the grass there where that log is, but he was much bigger. He was much bigger than the first one.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The second one gave us the sklick. He was only like 5 meters in front of us, 6 meters in front of us.
Robin, what did you see?
When?
I saw 2 pigs. The one that came out the hole was like a medium-sized?
I saw one pig, I didn't see 2 pigs.
No, there was a medium-sized one that came out.
First.
Yeah, but he ran out the hole, that one there. But that wasn't a stoof.
Did you say 2 pigs ran out the hole?
One ran out the hole.
Oh, yeah?
Then we were waiting, probably like a few minutes later. There was another big boar that
was
but
coming
a different
towards us. It sounded like it was coming towards us.
Yeah, but it was walking like we were here, and it was broadside. It was just standing like that, and then it ran off, but it was a big boy.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay.
No, the second one was a chief, but I don't think he came out the hole. Or he came out of a hole further down in the wall. But he didn't run out. But there was definitely another pig. He could have had a softer exit out, but he was just standing in that grass. The first one, hightailed, he was out.
Because you said, Robin, you saw like tusks, just tusks come out of that hole.
No, I saw dust. Oh. We were standing there and dust kicked up in front of us in the hole, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I started filming it, and then I was
Did you get it?
Yeah, I think I got it all.
Yeah, we can see.
I was going to say to you,
But I wonder if you saw that one come out because you were so chilled about it.
I did see him, yeah.
You didn't even give a glance.
I got into again. Yes. I saw dust, yeah, and I was like, what on earth? And then I went down there, and there was a fucking pig.
Look at it. Just look at how it's slow now too.
Because it's so nice sitting.
Definitely my legs are tired today. Day 2.
Health conditions are actually amazing.
Yeah.
The cover, this grass.
I was going to say, it's funny how when you don't have your shoes on and you're chasing an animal, you can pretty much run through the bush and not stand on a thorn.
Yeah.
And now when you're walking back,
Yeah,
you're walking all careful like, fuck, please don't.
But all slow, nice and slow, because a thorn could just squish into your foot.
I honestly feel those kudu would have had a shot.
Yeah.
The ones on the mountain. I honestly think that. Yeah, these cholos perfectly lined up. I really think that was going to work.
That mountain reedbuck whistled, and then when that last one reedbuck whistled, that one horned bull
Stepped
came
out,
this
and I
way.
think he was a little bit wary. Yeah.
He came this way, and then when he came this way, the younger bull also went that way. I think the luckiest animal today was that mountain reedbuck.
Fuck.
That mountain reedbuck was fucking lucky. It looked so nice.
I think that kudu hunt is like that's typical, like spot and stalk. It makes like, especially Eastern Cape, so nice for bow hunting. I mean, you could see that thing from miles away on the spotter.
But it's like even though it's like ultimately that wasn't successful and things didn't go our way,
Yeah.
it's still like you have like a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Because some of the other hunts that we've done, like the last day or two, it's been a bit frustrating. Things
Yeah.
haven't quite, but that was just like fun.
Yeah.
Moving quick, belly crawling, and yeah, that was good. It felt like
I think eventually when you do get your shot, you earn it.
yeah.
You've worked for it. I mean, we leopard crawled there. I mean, it's a hell of a long stalk. I mean, how long did we wait there for? Just to, hopefully every time his mountain reedbuck make a sound, we're just waiting. And yes, you got to have such patience. It's like you have in the afternoon, you probably have chance for one proper stalk. That's why it takes a while for you to find that animal. But once you found it, then the whole process starts.
Mm.
But that was awesome. Frustrated that it didn't go away, but they were still awesome. And nice to see those bulls so up and close. They're feeding, they have no idea we're there.
Walking around.
Yeah.
They were like, I'd
They had
say
no idea we were
50,
there.
60 yards.
Yeah.
Something like that, walking around. Just couldn't quite get into, maybe it was a little bit further.
But mountain reedbuck generally run off. And they just whistled and then they just move a little bit further.
Yeah.
So it's like slightly weird, because if they were out the picture, it would have
cleared
just
off.
been us and the bulls.
It's interesting that the bulls just didn't respond that. They just weren't that bothered. They gradually got more.
That's why I said, like, pre-rut, before the rut, they're like a little bit of bachelor groups. The bachelor groups are now smaller. They're starting to really break up. But when they're quite boisterous. If they don't, not with the kudu cows and calves. The kudu cows and calves are so jittery. But the bulls will, like, listen to the mountain reedbuck and they'll carry on feeding. They're not going to just hightail. But in the rut, when they're with the cows, they'll often just break off immediately from the cows and, go straight into hiding.
Yeah.
They're almost lackadaisical like this time of year, which makes it fun to get close.
I wonder if, actually, I said I thought I saw a cow in there, but I wonder if that was because it was a one-horned kudu. And it was like, I was seeing a head, with no horns. I think that must have been what threw me at that moment. It must have just been that part of the head I saw just didn't have a horn because it snapped off. Because he's a fighter.
It's amazing how you don't see them. You're not sure if there's like 2 or 3 bulls. It's they're right there, but you got to make so sure that the bulls are where you last saw them. Because one bull could just break off to the left. If you missed him and while you're stalking close, he busts you. You got to be like awake all the time.
Yeah, the focus level is definitely hard. You've got to be really, really focused. But that's part of the fun, isn't it?
If you think about today, it was like ultimately how hot was it today? It went from like riddled with pigs to being so hot that we couldn't even like, it felt like you just wanted to flip and not hunt at all.
We just had to braai under a tree.
Yeah, and then we had our braai, we felt great.
We had no choice.
Yeah, and then we waited for this cloud cover. So it's just like a whirlwind of emotions from the day, like from being lively to dead to everything coming alive again. Okay.
Thanks, man. That was fun.
Lekker, well done. Well, it's never over till it's over. Let's walk back to the truck and maybe someone wants to catch an arrow. Yeah, maybe we'll get some luck.
There's some water, please.
Yeah. I think let's just fucking go up the road.
Want to just hook it?
Yeah, I'll just get there. I think let's go back down into the river. Over the dam wall type of thing, go back onto that road. Stop there by that fence.
Just take it slowly up that fence.
Yeah,
You don't want to bump anything.
See, if we go up that fence line, we shouldn't bump anything.
Yeah.
You know, along that fence line, because we're not going to be disturbing the river,
Yeah.
and we should be clear of those bulls. So I think it's fine.
You can actually drive all the way to that gate.
Just below.
Above the dam.
Yeah. Yeah, I think let's just do that and get there. I don't want to spend a whole afternoon looking at them. Just go hunting. But this felt is looking absolutely ridiculous. It's looking so good.
These are proper free range kudu, low fence, like.
Yeah. When they come out of these mountains. The nice thing about this farm is there's such good management. There's no such thing as fucking meat bulls. For years and years, you know, if you come here, you always see proper stuff. That thing's just waiting for us to stop here. And go, fuck it.
He's like, yeah,
He's
try
just
me.
watching us drive, yeah.
That thing, the horns were like, I don't even know how you describe that. Like around and around and around. But like
Drive up the street, yeah,
pointing forward,
What we'll do is
but like
we'll,
pointing back again.
Did you mark that one?
No, but we'll,
I can mark that one. That's only
300 meters behind us.
300.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd park here in the river.
I just want to find a spot where we can, the sun's going to set that side. So I'm going to just turn here.
Just pull the arse of your bucky in the shade for me, please, Drew.
Now I'm thinking if I go all the way back there, see there? Look behind us? The river.
Okay, cool. My fuck. My brew.
Pigs over there.
Pigs everywhere.
Stones.
Stool full of balls everywhere. So there's a farm that I hunt on in Kirkwood that is exactly the same as what I just experienced. Yeah, that's nice. I can feel the
I'll show you, get better. Okay, just don't bang doors, chaps.
So as we tiptoed out of the bucky into an area where there were shitloads of animals all around us, it quickly became clear that there wasn't going to be an opportunity with the enormous kudu that we had seen. Actually, like a bachelor herd of quite a few kudu. So with them as wary as they were, we ended up moving around and trying our luck in some of the riverbeds that are in the area that we've had some fun in before. Quite a few things happened in that time. We saw a lot of fallow does, not the bulls, and they were problematic for getting near everything else because they were kind of very loud and would bark if we got in their way. So we had to maneuver through this area without tipping anyone to our presence. So after a lot of stalking in the last few hours of light, we actually managed to get into a group of 3 or 4 duiker bulls who, actually rams, I think is the term, who were all chasing each other and fighting because the rut for the duikers had just begun. And duikers, for people who don't know, are probably 20-pound, 25-pound animals. They're really small antelope. I mean, there's like over 70 antelope species, and these are some of the smallest ones. They're very, very wary, but this was an opportunity where they were chasing each other around, and Fred saw one that was a good, mature ram that had passed its genetics on, so gave me the word, and we snuck in. An opportunity came about, and the largest of the rams came trotting by us at about 25 yards behind a bush. Now, I drew my bow back early, which was normally a good thing, but it was a little too early, and the ram saw me through the bushes. Me, other Robin, and Fred, all kind of trying to be still in our leafy jackets, and it clocked me. I have video footage of this because Robin was rolling the whole time, but I was at full draw for over 4 minutes, which was a very painful experience. But Robin whispered in my ear at about minute 1, maybe 90 seconds. He was like, if you let down now, that animal is gone. And the fact that we'd had a few opportunities that hadn't worked out before gave me the extra motivation to really keep my shit together. So after maybe 3.5 minutes of trying really hard to not move, the animal calmed down and then started feeding out into the area. I think I took a shot at like 30, 35 yards, something like that. But it was definitely a moment where I had to give myself a talking to and go like, right, you need to really put your big boy pants on and focus now and try and make a good shot. Thankfully, I did, and it meant that we were on the scoreboard, and it made for a successful day. So we quickly whipped around to see if we could get any other animal opportunities. But at this point then, Fred went back to grab the ram that was left in the shade and grab the bucky and drive over to pick me and Robin up, which gave us a chance to have a nice catch up, which is our conversation now.
You're the only other Robin I know who hunts. I had to travel to the other side of the planet to find
a Robin that hunts. Crazy, eh?
Yeah, flip.
sure these mosquitoes. Fucking Fred's like, just sit still over here. I'll come back. So you said you've been hunting your whole life?
I've been hunting. Well, flip, bro. My dad bought me my first bow when I was 3.
Wow. So you've been bow hunting long?
Yeah. So my dad bought my first bow when I was 3. At the age of 8, I shot my first animal with a rifle. At the age of 16, I shot my first impala with a bow.
Wow.
And then I haven't shot a whole heap with a bow. I find I'm a bit too clumsy when it comes to bow hunting. I can close the distance. I can get a lot. I can get like 40 meters. But then just closing it further than that, I've always just battled. But now that I've been PHing, yes, bro, there's a fuck ton of mosquitoes.
Shitloads of mosquitoes now. We're getting chowed.
Anyway, so watch out, there's a kiki on your foot there.
Oh, fuck.
So what I was going to say is, so since I've been PHing and stuff and literally almost walking and stalking every single day, my stalking capabilities have got a lot better. Like, I guided a client the other day, Flipper. I was the only PH in the whole group to be able to walk and stalk a kudu, a blue wildebeest, and a pig in one hunt.
Nice.
And no one else shot anything walk and stalk. They shot everything out of a blind.
Wow.
So the client was really happy about that.
Yeah, I think it makes a huge difference having good people around you.
Yeah.
And it's also super handy because I was a bit concerned when Fred said, "Oh yeah, I've got a cameraman." I was like, "Does he know what he's doing?" Like, because it's hard having.
It's hard just being two of you now. To try and be three of you is even more difficult.
It's definitely harder.
Yeah.
But having someone who just knows
who knows
what's
what to
going
do.
on.
Yeah. And sometimes it's difficult. Like for example, like when you guys see an animal in front of me, he might be looking forward. I'm looking down to try and not make a noise. And then by the time he says whoa or you say whoa, then I've taken two steps.
A couple of steps is tough. Yeah. It's like you need another eye.
Yeah.
Looking in a different place all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
But it helps growing up around hunting and being around hunting the whole time. You're pretty much my whole life. So
you said you got your first bow at 3.
Yeah.
So were you just like target shooting for
just
for
target
13
shooting.
years?
Yeah. Well, so how we worked it is we started obviously with a child's bow and then progressively worked our way up
Turned
until
the poundage.
Yeah, my dad wanted us to be able to shoot a decent poundage before we can actually go and shoot animals.
What was the poundage you decided was good
I
enough?
think it was 60. I shot 60 pounds at
That's
16.
a lot. Hey?
Yeah, at 18 I shot 70 pounds.
You can shoot a lot with like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You could shoot a springbok and
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff.
But it's just the speed of the arrow and
It's true.
jumping the string, and you just wound a lot less if you're shooting a proper pound bow.
It's like these mosquitoes have chilled out for a second now.
Don't talk too soon.
Yeah. I wonder if the breeze has picked up or something. Oh, there's a bat around.
There's a bat around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then, but I have a very different stalking style to what Fred has. Like the way I was always taught is I won't walk without glassing. That's why I spot animals pretty quickly. If I can see something, a little bit of movement, I'll spot animals quickly.
Yeah, I've noticed
So
that. You're good at that.
I'll walk, and then I'll stop, and I'll glass an area. And then I'll walk to where the last point is that I could see pretty well. And then I'll walk to there, and then I'll glass an area. And I slowly stalk like that. And I find that, for me, that works pretty well.
It's interesting because I also, I naturally hunt in a different way as well, right?
Yeah.
Probably even slower than that.
Yeah.
Just very, very painstaking. I kind of get very annoyed if I don't see an animal first.
Yeah.
Which is kind of just probably actually to a detriment to myself.
Yeah.
But also, I do like this, that's the thing that kind of Fred was teaching me before, which I thought was interesting, is that there's so many different ways to stalk and to hunt, and there's certain ways work for different people, and having those different cards in your hand enable you to realize what's the right way to approach something, and not always just having to do what is your natural thing. I think that's been really good, running around when it's windy here, mean, literally running up this valley here, which we're sat, that we were going to go into, but the wind's not quite right. Running flat out, and the wind was pumping, and pigs were just running everywhere, and we managed to get, could have taken 4 or 5 shots on fallows, but just got a pig in there
in the end.
I think it's good to maybe it's understand when the time to move and when
not to move. I have another family friend also. The way he walks and stalks is he will literally spot an animal, if that animal's head's down, he's running.
Yeah, okay.
If its head's up, he stops dead still and he waits until it puts its head down again, and then he'll run. And he
Interesting.
shoots a fuckload of animals.
And it's
Yes,
like,
these mosquitoes.
it's either it's
Jeez.
going to happen or it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Where now with Fred's got this the way that he will rather spend 8 hours on one animal, and where this oak would
Never do that.
never do that. He would just try as many. He would stalk 100 animals in a day if he could.
But you've got to be in a target-rich environment.
Yeah, 100%. But we in a target. We didn't
We
hunt any. We didn't hunt places any different to this place.
Yeah, that strategy wouldn't work very well in America.
No, because you don't see
the one
fuck all.
elk in 10 days. Run!
Run. Yeah. But elk's eyes, are they sharp or are they?
You know what?
I
Like,
should have told Fred to just watch that dog. I hope my dog doesn't eat your carcass finished by the time it gets here. It
I'm
shouldn't.
sure he's had a lot of dogs in his day.
It shouldn't.
You'll probably put the dog in the front.
I would hope so.
It's not his first rodeo. What were we talking about?
If those elk are quite sharp.
You know, I think that they are in some ways, but apparently there's a historic reason for this. But apparently, in my opinion, and this isn't always the case. I haven't hunted every animal in America,
Yeah.
and I've heard. Obviously, I haven't been lucky enough to go for whitetails, or mule deer. But I've hunted a lot of blacktail. I guess a lot, but like the last 5 or 6 years, I've been chasing blacktails and black bear and.
Those blacktails are quite cool. It's
Small.
like a whitetail, but just smaller.
Yeah, small and really flighty and like really hard to pattern and find. And there's fuck all of them. Finding them is hard work.
So you
On
hunt
the-
those
on
in
the
North,
coast.
you hunt those in California, yeah.
Yeah, but I would say that they can't see as well. They will chill out quicker. You have a little bit more leverage with them. I think that animals here, like coming here, is such an amazing place to learn because it's like during like the rut with elk. Actually, you know what? I think I lost an animal because I was following South African stalking rules because I had an amazing experience with a bull. And was like 3,200 meters up a mountain, calling.
Yeah.
He was screaming on the other side and like running in, and I was like running down the side of the mountain, braking and making as much noise as possible because to sound like a big elk.
Yeah.
And he came into 25, and then I should have like whistled or tried to stop him as he was coming in within the lane, but he just like kept going and just stopped with a tree right in front of his vitals, just like a small,
A small tree, yeah.
perfect
yeah.
covering it. And I think I was full draw for 45, 50 seconds, waiting for him to just take another step. But actually, what I'm told is that elk are a bit more forgiving, and in my mind, I'm thinking like if I move at all, like to the side in South Africa, like something's probably going to run.
Yeah.
You know, that moment where they've got you pegged.
Yeah.
But in I've seen videos of people like who are pegged, then like knocking an arrow, drawing back,
Yeah.
and doing all that stuff.
You're
and
completely pegged, and there the oak flipping draws with his bow like this.
high up in the air. Yeah. No, I mean. So it's not to say it's not fucking easy. It's hard. Like I spent 3 weeks in Colorado and didn't come back with an elk. I mean, if I'd made one decision differently, then I would have flung an arrow, but I didn't feel comfortable shooting that far back.
Yeah.
Maybe less cautious people would have thrown that arrow. I know some of my friends were like, why don't you fucking shoot it?
Yeah.
But you got to feel it in the moment.
Like even that darker, but that was the weird thing. Because I'm filming you. I must actually look at that footage. I'm busy filming you. and the darker looks to me like it's standing in the perfect place that you would be able to take the shot. But that was before it cleared that last bush. It looked to me like, but then I tilted my head around to you a little bit and I was like, oh shit, no, you can't take that shot. You've got
Stuff.
shit in the way.
Fucking mosquitoes.
And I'm getting fucking
child.
I'm getting flipping annihilated. I heard the bucket.
Okay. Fred's got the...
We're getting somewhere.
Okay, I can see headlights inside.
Can you?
He's just picked up. It
not
sounded
bad.
like he just threw it in the back, eh? Fucking... I'm itchy on my back now.
No, my whole back's itchy.
Yeah. I don't know if that's psychological or we just got a blood transfusion. Is the pup in the back there as well?
It should be fine.
Okay. Thanks for getting that, Fred.
Oh, nice. You see anything else?
Okay, is it okay if I throw this bow in?
We saw some. Oh,
You got a hinky? Okay, maybe I'll... No, I'll just go.
We saw some 𝐹𝐸𝐿𝐷, yeah. That's about it.
Yes, my heart was pumping holding that bow back for all that time.
No, keep rolling.
I could hear. I always feel that everyone can hear I'm like, that guy can hear my heart beating right now.
It's the mosquitoes, you have too.
We got chow.
Carrying us away.
So that's a wrap on day 3. Got the opportunity to be in the Eastern Cape for a little bit longer, so we'll see what that looks like. I don't quite know yet. Fred, I think, is going to be busy. Maybe I can get after it somewhere else. We shall see. It's a beautiful night. Fun day of hunting. I think that might be a blue crane. We've got any of that braai meat left? We've got some of that braai meat left. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for pushing through, chap. I know you weren't feeling too sprightly at the beginning of that day.
No, that's good. It was lucky. I think it ended off on a high. I mean, I love that. That's why I could do that all day long with us, like the challenge of that.
Yeah.
And I know success is inevitable, but you have to push, and sometimes it takes like all that you've got, and it's like dealing with all the setbacks.
Yeah.
Mountain, like fuck this, that, the scenery, like it's a roller coaster of emotions.
Physically, that was hard work. Keeping up with you, leopard crawling through that veld, trying to move the bow without making a lot of noise. It's easy to just drag your bow through the grass.
But you've also got a stool for the bow.
Yeah, I think I'll maybe need a lighter one. So it's been a bit of a frustrating day. I intentionally took some time off in the morning after hunting super hard with Fred, but managed to get out in the afternoon. It was so hot. So unbelievably hot. It was just like sweltering, humid. And now, so the animals wouldn't move, and like just around about the time it's 30 minutes past 5, the sun's going to set in maybe an hour and a half, and clouds have rolled in and a big old storm, huge lightning. I mean, like it's a bit scary. Seem to be attracting a few lightning storms. Wow, a baby fallow deer just ran 15 yards away from me. I guess it was bedded right here. I put my bow in a bush out of the rain but there's a lot of, I mean, it's very flat here. There's just like shrubby acacia trees, thorn bush, that kind of stuff. I don't want to go sit under a tree because I'm fucking prime target, so I guess I'm just going to get soaked. So I'm just lying in a field in the rain, no waterproof gear because it's really hot and I don't have very much gear with me. Fingers crossed, everything's fine. I think it's just going to get a bit chilly now. But, yeah. About 6 miles away now. It seems like the thunder and lightning is hitting a bit further away. Let's hope it stays that way. I've also had terrible luck with the wind. I decided to start on a very big property on one end, and I was probably about 45 minutes in, and then the wind completely shifted and was at my back. So I then had to just decide to do a big loop. It was pretty early on, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I did a huge loop. I actually sat under a tree and slept and waited for a long time for it to start cooling down, but did a big loop over the last 2 or 3 hours to get to the right place. And then the wind started swelling again, the storm came in. I don't know where the wind's coming from now. I'm getting rained on from all directions. Had some issues with swirly wind and just blowing out animals that were bedded. Fallow deer, a couple of nice stags. I finally got into an area and it was really looking juicy. And then these fallows started croaking at me, and I looked through my binos and I see a couple of warthogs, not running, but just walking out of the area with intention. Kudu behind them in the same shot with my binos. Just everything leaving because of those fallows. And now the rain pretty much sums up the mood. Yeah, it was scorching sunshine 45 minutes ago. That was a flash. Five, 6 miles, something like that. Now the wind's changed the direction completely. I mean, the rain is... I was hiding behind a small bush and I'm on the wrong side of the bush. I'm just going to change sides. Sure, I'm wet. I'm tucking in close to a very prickly bush, but I think it's better than nothing. Phone's now a bit too wet, I can't open it. I guess the finger lock is fucked up. So I can't even stop this recording if I wanted to. I was going to take a video, but I guess not. It's not going to happen. Fucking... Oh. Fucking hate thunder and lightning. Okay, I'm in.
Okay, that's another episode done. The duiker was broken down and consumed. It was very delicious, I've got to say. One quick note, the weight of a duiker isn't actually 20 pounds. It's more like 40 to 50 pounds for that kind of size duiker. So yeah, it was quite a good meal. We really enjoyed the backstraps on a iron stone, actually, that was put over a fire. I think they call it an clip in Afrikaans. And that's actually another episode. I can't remember now what the number episode that was, but yeah, if you get a chance, have a listen to that one. It's a fun time, a lot of banter, a lot of conversation around the fire. Once again, a huge thank you to Fred and Robin for taking me under their wing and showing me a few things out in the bush, teaching me about shot placement and stalking and all kinds of amazing information that's so useful for someone who didn't grow up with hunting to learn. If you enjoyed this episode, If you're still here, then I'm going to assume that you did. It would be amazing if you could give us a follow or a subscribe and leave a good review. It makes a huge difference. Just a quick 5 stars will push us up in all the rankings and make the podcasting gods shine on us. Okay, I think that's everything for this episode. Thanks again for listening. And until next time.
Welcome to the Wild Dispatch.